Now we will discuss about ethical hacking terminologies. First one is threat that we have discussed. Second one is exploit, even that we have discussed. Now the third category is vulnerability. What is the meaning of the word vulnerability? The existing software flaws, logic design, or implementation error that can lead to an unexpected, undesirable event. Executing bad or damaging instructions to the system is nothing but vulnerability. The other word of vulnerability is loopholes. If the system is designed and there are certain errors or bugs present within the design system, soft bugs, I mean to say, then it can create problems. Any hacker can use this particular loophole as a tool, and then this vulnerability can be created. Exploit code is written to target a vulnerability and cause a fault in the system in order to retrieve the valuable data. Target of evaluation: a system, a program, or a network that is subject to a security analysis or attack. Ethical hackers are usually concerned with high-value target of evaluations, systems that contain sensitive information such as the account numbers, passwords, social security numbers, or the other confidential data. Now let me explain it in more details. Whatever the information written, it's associated with a specific person, like the account number, right? And the numbers linked with that particular account, like your PAN card or PAN number, Aadhaar number, mobile numbers, or anything else. Your mobile number might be associated with Google Pay or any other UPIs. Okay. And apart from this, your account, that is savings account, is associated with many other things like loan accounts, trading accounts, and so on. Now, one specific number, once it is leaked, can create problem to a same person. This is what is termed as target of evaluation. If your information is very sensitive, it is linked with many accounts, and all the accounts do have interesting funds available. Definitely, the target of evaluation is pretty great. It is the goal of the ethical hacker to test the hacking tool against the high value TOEs, like I have stated, to determine the vulnerabilities and patch them to protect against the exploits and exposure of sensitive information. The next category is attack. Now we discuss about vulnerability, we discuss about target of evaluation. How will you manipulate or how will you work on the attack? Attack will occur when a system is compromised based on the vulnerability. If there are loopholes present, the attacker or the hacker will only target those loopholes. Once the hacker get an entry, he can play with the system as he wish. Many attacks are perpetuated via an exploit, right? Exploitation. Ethical hackers use the tools to find the systems that may be vulnerable to an exploit because of the operating systems, network configuration, or applications installed on the system and to prevent an attack. Like on the mobile phone, we generally use Android-based systems. It's an open source system. And yes, most of the devices, I would like to say, use the same operating system. So this structure of the operating system is similar. The applications that you people are using on the same OS is also similar. So once the pattern is known, it is very easy to attack the registry settings of the operating system. Second one is network configuration, how you are connected, right? The topology of the network, the technology that is being used, right? Then the devices that are used to secure the network, like layer 2 or layer 3 devices, wireless devices, and any other. If you want to prevent an attack, make sure that your network topology or the devices that are being used are foolproof and well secure. Next point is remote. The exploit is sent over a network and exploits security vulnerabilities without any prior access to the vulnerable systems. Hacking attacks against corporate computer systems or the network initiated from the outside world are considered remote. Like, I give you an example. I am a home user. I got a facility to work from home. I used to connect the company servers using, you can say, Radius facility or VPN. So first of all, I need to access the VPN, virtual private network. I need to log into the VPN server, and once it is authentic or authenticated, I can proceed further and access the system, whatever is being present. Now, once I reach the next level, that is the second level of the system or the second level of security, it's essential that I need to get necessary access or privileges. All right. This is what is remote. Now, while transmitting the information, I am traveling or traversing various networks, like my company network. Though it is a VPN network, it is established on a public network. So I have to take care of all the public networks that are beneath. I'm using, let us say, Tata Communication, the other end may be using Reliance. So two different networks, two different topologies. Correct? One. Second, when you talk about remote connectivity, there are other hurdles. That is, you are traveling through various different types of networks. Your information must follow through and it should reach the destination without any issue. All right. So it's very easy to say, but it's very difficult to manage and manipulate. When you talk about switch networks, the information is converted into packets and it is transferred across the networks with the help of different routes. Finally, it reaches the destination, fine. But just imagine you are passing through many networks and reaching the destination. At any point of time, if one of the packet is compromised, your entire information will go for a toss. Now let's go through the phases of ethical hacking. Actually, there are 5 phases written in front, but practically there could be more. First one is reconnaissance, then second one is scanning, third one is gaining access, fourth one is maintaining the access, and the last one is covering the tracks. Let's talk about the first one, passive and active reconnaissance. Now, what we mean by the word reconnaissance? It involves gathering the information about a potential target without the targeted individuals or computer company's knowledge. You are going to attack someone, correct? But you have to ensure that the end system, end network is not at all aware what you are doing. Technically and practically, it is very difficult. But yes, if you are a good hacker, you can simply go ahead and do the needful. Passive reconnaissance can be as simple as watching a building to identify what time the employees enter the building and when they leave. A simple example is written in front, right? Likewise, there could be n number of examples. It is a simple example written in front. But now, when you talk about technical aspects, let's say a call center, right? There are different processes, or the call center is associated with many different companies, correct? So in this case, uh, suppose a process called as a technical support, a network support for a company is into existence, and the clients are asking the agents some questions. Fine. If the same category of questions are repeated, you can easily obtain the pattern of it. At least forget about the pattern. You can come to know how many processes are still now working. And accordingly, you can define your attack pattern. When hackers are looking for information on a potential target, they commonly learn, sorry, they commonly run an internet search on an individual or company to gain the specific information, right? So first phase is to gather the information and write information. Only the information is not sufficient. One need to find out how many people are associated with the same company and what are their designations. Correct. The next point is sniffing the network, right? It is another mean of passive reconnaissance. Sniffing, just find out or just check out how the people are working or their working pattern. It's another means of passive reconnaissance and can yield useful information such as the IP address ranges, their naming conventions. Generally, it is used by DNS systems, hidden servers on the network, right? For example, honeypots and the other available services that are present on the network, right?